What's up YouTube? And in this video I'm going to be reviewing this. This is the OEX Expedition Tarp, and I've been wanting one of these for quite some time. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to set up my Rakoon 2.1 and take it from there. Now if you saw my review on this tent, you will see that it comes in two separate bags, and I was wondering what would be the best way to pack it up. And I found out that packing it all into its main stuff sack was best. And anyone who owns this tent probably already knows this, but it is very easy to just put all in one bag. Since doing the review, I now know how this all goes up quite quickly. I do plan to use this tent on every camp for the foreseeable future. Hence why I bought the Tarp. Simple, easy, efficient. Not quite what Bear Grylls would say, but nonetheless. Oh, also, what do you think of the new shirts? Right, let's get this fly sheet on now. Super easy to do. So I was kindly advised by one of our subscribers who watched the review of this tent, and he said that the eyelets that the poles go into, you don't have to take them out to put the fly sheet in. The fly sheet eyelets can go just underneath. So I'm going to give that one a try now, because I do think that will save a lot of headache, especially during bad weather. Now that that is up, let's move on to the actual part of the video that we actually care about. You get a nice, generously sized stuff sack. It's all tied in together with a blue tidy. And in here you should have poles and pegs. There they are, right at the end. So I don't actually know how to set this up, so let's have a try, shall we? Now I know that the OEX logo goes on the front, so that is the front of that. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to try and peg out the guy lines on the back. So just undo those. Just for the time being, I'm going to peg it there. Right. So that has fallen off. Not a good start. Right, so I've got the back of the tarp pegged in relatively tight. So now I'm just gonna try and figure out how to do the front. So in the pack, you get 6 aluminium poles for you to put your tarp up. Now I'm gonna put all of them in just to see what that's like. See, that's a bit high, so I'm actually not going to do that. So that's 5. Even that's a bit too high. Let's put 4 in. Yeah, that seems a bit more of a reasonable height, I would say. So that simply just goes into the eyelet up there. And obviously it is pegged out at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tighten that. Try and get it as straight as possible. Like that. I think once you've got it kind of set up, you can then tie it out, tighten it a bit better, in order for it to stay up. But like I said, this is my first time doing this, so yeah, it's not going too bad. Let's tie this out down this way. Can't help but notice that it's not straight on the back. So let's sort that out. So now let's just sort this front pole out, straighten it up, like so. It's not bad for a first attempt. Quite happy with that. I've only pegged it out 2 in the corners and the 3 on the back. You do obviously have additional guy lines, 2 additional ones on the front. You've got 2 on the side there. But it's not too shabby. Obviously, you can get it really tight by just tying out all the guy lines as you would out in the wild. Yeah, this is good. I can see myself using this tarp on Tarp more to keep out of the elements a bit more. Yeah, I like it. It's good. Now, I did try doing a bit of research on this tarp, but I couldn't find any videos with the tarp set up on a Rakoon 2.1. So, yeah. I mean, like, I've taken 2 poles out. I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4 poles for the height. That can go even higher. You can even have it without the tent and use it as a tarp for bivvy camping. There's a lot of flies about today. I'm going to do this up because I don't want to unpack the tent on my next camping trip to find a load of dead flies. So what I might try and do now is I might try and see if I can get it lower profile to assist with covering the rain on the side. So let's experiment a little bit. What I'll do is I'll take this one out, like so. Let's take that pole out and leave it with 3. So that's it with just 3 poles. Obviously it's built on the slant there, but I mean that's not going anywhere. That's relatively tight. I think that would hold up in some decent wind. Obviously I wouldn't want to try it in gale force winds, but I think I'm quite surprised on how sturdy that is. And obviously I haven't guyed it out properly on the front, but yeah, it's pretty good. What I'm going to try and do now is I'm going to try and shift it all back a little bit and see if I can get that that slope to go a bit more slopey. Ah, stinging nettles. Well, there's obviously something you do not want to get caught in, like I just did. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much of a slope on it. So even that there provides a decent bit of shelter. I think there's probably quite a few different ways you can. I think there are a few different ways you can set this tarp up. But for me, this will have to do for now. Yeah. So that's the OEX Expedition tarp all set up on the Rakoon 2.1. First time putting it up, so not too bad. I do want to experiment with it a little bit, trying it some different ways. Maybe I'll do a video on that at some point soon. Who knows? But for now, pretty solid. The aluminium poles are quite sturdy and robust, which is obviously quite good. I mean, yeah, it's what you want from a tarp. So just like last time, I'm going to read you off the stats from the tag, which is there. It's got taped seams down the middle, and it's got reinforcement webbing there. Complete with adjustable multi-section lightweight pole, which is here. Comes in 6 sections, and you know, you can have it as tall or as low as you want, really. So the fly sheet itself, which is the tarp, is a 68D 185T polyester PU, and its hydrostatic head rating of 2000 millimeters. Going back to the poles, these are multi-section aluminium 11mm poles. The total weight of this tarp is 1 kilogram, so it is very lightweight. Obviously, it does include the poles and the pegs in that weight. The tarp itself is a 5-pointed star shape. It is 305 centimeters wide at its widest point, and it is 285 centimeters long, point to point. And you can get this to a total height of 2.4 meters high at the front. So you could definitely stand in it. So that's it. That's the OEX Expedition tarp, first time up. I'm pretty happy with it. I paid £52 for this from Go Outdoors, and I am going to be using it as often as I can. So the main reason for buying this was for my trip to Snowdon, which is happening at the end of August of this year. We're not wild camping, we are on a campsite, but I thought it'd be nice to have a tarp to stick over if the weather is pretty bad, and we can sit under here and have a chat and have a few beers or whatever. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to the channel for more hiking, wild camping and gear reviews. If you do want to check out the review on this OEX Rakoon 2.1, I'll leave the link to the video there. And if you want to check out any of the other reviews from the OEX brand, check them out there. So hopefully you subscribed, and I will see you next time. I'll see you later.